What's up, guys? It's your boy Anime Boom, and I am back for another video. Man, I'm not one of these guys that really like to talk about this, but man, Wit Studio Attack on Titans. Wit Studio did Attack on Titans from 2013 all the way to 2019, and it was just such a great run that they had. It was amazing, man. I love Wit Studio, but before I talk about Wit Studio, let's talk about Mappa Studio. Mappa Studio has been doing Attack on Titans from 2020 all the way to 2023, and they're good. Mappa Studio is good. I won't act like they're just trash, but Mappa Studio, man, they've had some cool moments. Like this last episode was really good. They did a really great job with that fight. It was some cool Levi moments. You got the Levi moments, and you had moments with all the characters. There's been great animated moments and stuff like that. It's been cool. But the flaws I have on Mappa are the designs of the characters. They have like a fat, chubby look to the characters now. They didn't use they used to all look like on the model, slim, like designs of the characters. But now sometimes the characters just they got fat faces and chubby faces and baby faces, and it just all changes sometimes, especially when those Titan shifters are in their Titan forms. On that last episode, sometimes their faces look really bad sometimes, in my opinion. But Mappa's good most of the time. I love what they did. They took over when Wit just couldn't do it no more. They could not do it anymore, and Mappa took over and was like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take over and get it done. Even though it ain't perfect, they still was like, we're gonna try and do our best. They did their best, and it was not terrible. It was good. It was good. It wasn't perfect. It was good though. So shout out Mappa. They did their thing. But Wit Studio, season 1 of Attack on Titans, season 2 of Attack on Titans, season 1 for sure. It's just a perfect season. They took their time, created the perfect 24 episode. No short seasons, none of that. All the fights look amazing. It's just excellent. Animation, like Eren versus female Titan was just beautiful. Levi scene season 1, the ODM gear season, the scenes from the ODM gear characters and stuff, all of it was just on point. It looked perfect. This is what Attack on Titan should have been the whole show. It's just too perfect. They know even Wit Studio could not make it this perfect ever again. It was never gonna be this perfect ever again. It was never gonna be that good ever again. But they did their best. Season 1 is just a beautiful season. It's perfect. It really is just perfect. Like Homelander said, it's perfect to the last detail. I just love season 1 of Attack on Titan. There's nothing wrong with that season, and it had a lot of episodes and stuff. But season 2 is where it just goes. It's a downfall. It's a downfall because this is where Wit people don't bring up Wit. This is where Wit went wrong. It took them a while to make season 2. And like 5 years, like 2013 to 2017, 4 years. It took them 4 years to create season 2, and it was only 12 episodes. And fans left Attack on Titans. A lot of fans left at the time, and it was heartbreaking. It was hard. I watched season 2 when it first came out, and yeah, it was a great season. Still great. It looks amazing, but they did less episodes, and it took them 4 years to do it too. And yeah, that hurt. Season 2, it hurt. Season 3 was cool, and it took me a while to watch season 3, but cool season. Part 1 and part 2 were both good, and that was the end of Wit Studio. 2019, they stopped doing it, and I just would love to see Wit Studio do it. One of the fights for sure is like this got affected to me in my opinion. If Wit Studio would have did it, this would have been like the greatest fight. It's actually 2 fights. Levi versus Zeke in the forest in season 4, the final season. When they fought in the forest, that should have been a way greater scene. That fight was so mid when Mappa did it. It just was so mid. Go watch the fan animation of it. That's the most I like the feeling I get from what Wit Studio would have did with how Levi's like jumping through trees and stuff, sliding down trees to kill Zeke and stuff. That's how the fight should have been. He just it just wasn't working in Mappa, man. They just had Levi swinging. ODM people don't even swing like this. They just had him swinging one time, and then it just the trees in the background just going. He's gone past trees in the background, and he catches up to Zeke and kills him. That's the fight. It should have been Levi swinging around trees. He's wrapping around trees, spinning around. That's how it should have been, but they just did not do a good job. And yeah, Mappa did not hit on that. And in the fight that I really feel like this sold everything. Like this should have been the fight. It's like, man, this Titan's incredible. How they did female Titan. The Warhammer Titan, they did that Titan so dirty. The fight should have been way better, man. It was a good fight. It was good in Mappa when Mappa did it, but with Studio, they would have did that man justice. He would have been doing all that cool uh armor and stuff and the spikes and all of that stuff. It would have been just animated perfectly. He would have used that hammer and was smacking Aaron around with the hammer and stuff. It would have been more added on to the fight if they would have had Wit Studio do the Warhammer Titan versus Aaron fight. I really believe that they blew that fight. It would have been one of the best fights in the show. I just love the Warhammer Titan, man. And the show just did not do it justice. It should have been a way longer fight. But let's talk about the last thing, the fans. Fans, we are the problem. This is the reason why Wit Studio didn't stay around. Wit Studio could not stay around because of the fans. The fans, including myself, we rushed Attack on Titans multiple times. Like it took years, but the thing with Wit Studio is you gotta have patience. You gotta have patience. Attack on Titans, if we would have took 10 years, I'm sorry, if they would have took 10 years to make season 2, season 3, season 4, season, like, because they couldn't do season 4 because it was just gonna be too much on them. They would have took forever. Mappa took a long time. It took Mappa like 3 years to get this done. And this ain't final season for 3 years now. It took Mappa a long time to do. So imagine if Wit Studio would have done season 4. If Wit Studio, the fans would have given them any time, 10 years, 5 years, 7 years, any time we would have gave them the time to do this, it would have been the most epic final season of like all time. Give them 30 episodes. Patience. They would have had every scene looking crispy. Aaron, all of them would have been slim and not no chubby baby faces or nothing like that. We would have got the most clean Levi fights. We would have had the cleanest Levi fights. It would have been amazing. Him versus Beast Titan. Him during the Marley attack. All of that would have just been on a whole different level. But we rushed it. People stopped watching after season 2. People wasn't really watching season 3. People came back with season 4 when Mappa did it. And yeah, it was over for Wit Studio, man. And this is one thing I say about this, because I don't really like getting in this beef with Mappa versus Wit Studio. And with Mappa, people just want to act like Wit Studio just don't exist no more. This is what I'll say on it. Wit Studio's better than Mappa. They're better. It is better. I like Mappa, but Wit Studio was just cleaner. They understood. They just understood the ODM gear. The ODM gear is something special. And Mappa Studio, they was animated like Naruto, like just jumping on trees and stuff in the forest. They was acting like Levi doesn't swing. They was acting like Levi just does one hook onto another tree and just zooms to that tree. When he fought Beast Titan, that's what was happening. It was never no swinging in like Spider-Man or whatever. It was like just a one wire just will go through the forest, and it was not animated how it should have been animated. I think they wasted some of that, but Mappa was cool. They tried their best. They didn't have all the time they needed either. I feel like Mappa could have did a better job. But they still came through with a faster ending. They tried. I'll say that about Mappa. People don't say that about Mappa enough. They did really try to get it done. They got it done. They got it done, and we was never gonna get Attack on Titans if they didn't step up and say, "We got you." But I just wish Wit Studio would have did Attack on Titans the final season, because it just would have been the most. Oh my gosh, that would have been beautiful. It would have been so beautiful. They just know how to animate everything now. But one flaw is the Colossal Titans. The Colossal Titans, all that would have been ugly. I will say that the the CGI and stuff might have been really ugly sometimes. But tell me how y'all feel about Wit Studio, and I'll see you on the next video. Anime Boom out, peace.